All praise to Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushai Ba'ashem Wakakadash. Double honor to the Apostle of Great Millstone that teaches his truths. Much love and appreciation to all that computing the truth and sincerity out there. Shalom to the hopefully elect. The world is made for our sakes. Right? According to the word of the Lord, that He made the whole world for one kind of people, which is the nation of Israel, and nobody else. I mean, all those other nations will be among us, minus Esau, the nation of Esau, after 1,000 years, after 1,000 years of payback. Serve them double unto the way that they have served us, said the Lord, right? Give them double, right? Okay, so 2 Ezra 6 verse 54 and 56. After these days, right? And after these, Adam also, whom thou madest Lord over all thy creatures, right? So the Adam type of people, or the Adamite, which was the lineage of the Israelites in those times, but it was not called Israelites, right? But it was like the Adamites. Let's call them the Adamites. They were lords over all the creatures, all the creatures of the Lord. When the Israelites were at their top, they were also the lords of all the creatures, all the other nations, because Israel would do the will of the Lord. The Lord would always protect them, and they will win all whatever other nation that they would go against, that would go the wrong way. Then Israel would go and correct them. If the Lord wanted to, a nation to be destroyed, He said, go and destroy them, right? Of Him come we all, and the people also whom thou hast chosen, which are the chosen people, the chosen seed, right? A peculiar people, right? Priesthood, chosen generation, which is the children of God, right? Three type of people: the children of God, the children of those are the other nations. You have Esau, which is the children of the devil, right? And you have the Son of Man, which is the other nations, right? So all this have I spoken before thee, O Lord, because thou madest the world for our sakes, right? For our sakes. That's what Israel is saying. You make the Lord for the world for our sakes, as for the other people which also come from Adam, thou hast said that they are nothing, but be like unto spittle, right? And has liked the abundance of them into a drop that falleth out of a vessel, right? So the whole abundance of them is just like a drop that fell of a vessel. And the whole rest of the bucket is Israel. The whole multitude of them is just a drop that fell out of that vessel. See? And the thing is that the day that will come, that see right now, the neck of Israel is under their foot. They have their foot on our necks. They have the whole system against the people, the children of God, right? Which are the African Americans, right? African Americans. There's also a whole bunch of Africans, also, like the Congolese. There's many other nations also, that are Israelites also, right? Among that are been living among the Africans, right? The Hamites, but a whole bunch of them are Israelites, right? And yeah, so the time will come, like it says that is like it states in Jeremiah 20 and 21. For of the old times I have spoken, I have broken thy yoke, and burst thy hands, and thou said, I will not transgress, when upon every eye hill and under every green tree thou wanders, playing the harlots. That's what's been happening with the nation of Israel. They've been playing the harlots because they've been going to the way of the other nations, doing whatever they're doing, right? Whatever the other nation, but also, in the time of Moses, we said we will not transgress. We will not transgress. When he broke the yoke and burst, like the chains out of our hands and stuff, right? But we did transgress because we're still doing, most of Israel is still doing the way of the Gentiles. And they're stiff necked people, they will not come back out of the way. When we can't imagine how much glory that is to come. Because we know in part, we prophesy in part. But we know that there's many things that we can only imagine, the glorious kingdom that will come, right? How it's gonna be built with the materials, what kind of materials it's gonna be built with. We know that the whole other nations will bring to the nation of Israel all their resources, all their gold, everything, because the Lord has spoken it, and also it is written, right? For Yahushua said in John 14 verse 2, "In my Father's house are many mansions, and if were not so, I would have not told you. I go to prepare a place for you." And that's what Yahushua is doing. He's preparing the kingdom for the nation of Israel, right? Where it says that in Revelation that there are going to be 12 gates, which on each gate is written the name of the 12 sons of Israel, right? So, we know in part, we prophesy in part, because there's so many things that are still to come, so many situations that we will be involved in, we will be in, or the world is gonna change. The whole thing, the whole vibration of the whole world will change. Violence will intensify, right? Violence shall increase. Pain and sorrow, right, will increase. A lot of people will not be able to bear even sleeping, because they will be so terrified that anybody can like pop into their houses and ravage them, whatever they have, take it away or take their life. They won't even be able to sleep. That's the terrible day of the Lord that is hasting right now to come. Though it tarry, wait for it. It will surely come. It will not tarry. Right? And we know that the day of the Lord will come in a certain way that the whole mountains will be moved out of their places. Right? 2 Peter 3 verse 10 to 13 says, "But the day of the Lord will come as a thief in the night, but in which the heavens shall shall pass away with great noise, and the elements shall melt with fervent heat. What kind of heat that can melt the elements just like that? We know there's going to be nuclear missile heat, radioactive heat, right? And the elements shall melt with fervent heat. The earth also and the works that are therein shall be burnt up. That's a lot of heat that can burn the element, the earth, everything that's in the, like that's gonna be in this area where those bombs gonna be dropped into will be burnt up. Verse 11, seeing then that all these things shall be dissolved, what manner of person are ye to be? In all holy conversation and godliness, right? We know that the day of the Lord is hasting. We always gotta work on ourselves. We always gotta, examine ourselves. Sometimes the spirit can be, really, really good on us, and we're doing good, and then sometimes the spirit can be low too, depending on some stuff. And but the point of examining yourself daily is you can know what to do, or searching to know what to do in the word of the Lord, and keeping as close to the word of the Lord, because men don't only live by bread alone, but by every word that comes from the mouth of Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushai, right? Verse 12, looking and for hasting into the coming of the day of the Lord, of God Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushai, wherein the heaven being on fire shall be dissolved, and the elements shall melt with fervent heat. Right? 13, nevertheless, we according to his promises look for a new heaven and a new earth, wherein dwelleth righteousness. It will not be only like like there's maybe certain spot in certain countries they're more righteous than others according to the way of the Lord, and some other ones are bad when it comes to the law, statutes, and commandment of the Lord, of Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushai. It will be, the whole earth will be in the same vibration of righteousness. The whole earth, right, dwelleth righteousness, in new heaven, new earth, because the first earth, the first heaven have passed away. It's old fashioned, it's done. And the Israelites will enjoy of the whole suffering they went through. They will enjoy the fruit that comes out of it, because all Israel will be righteous. But we know that the elect will be exalted among the nation of Israel. So we're waiting for the day that the world shall be dissolved, shall be destroyed with fervent heat and great noise. And we're looking into the hasting of the day of the Lord, wherein dwelleth righteousness, which will be made and always be made for our sakes. All praise to Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushai Ba'ashem Wakakadash. Double honor to the Apostle of Great Millstone that teaches the truth. Much love and appreciation to all the Akim, the elders preaching the truth and sincerity out there. Shalom to the hopefully elect.